Hello everyone, busygamerdad back again. Going to be doing something fun this week, I think. So, a lot of demo developers reached out to me, and I couldn't cover them all during the Steam Next Fest. Took a little bit of break, tried to get everything around and scheduled. And this week, a special session gameplay series, we're going to take a look at a few of these games. It might even overflow into next week. So we're going to kick off with Shadows of Wyrmwood. This game is an indie game, adventure game, choose your own path kind of thing. Where equipment dictates your spells and abilities, and as far as I can tell, it's made by a very small team, and I like it. It's a lot of fun. It's a very relaxing game. The demo is still available on Steam if you want to try it out for yourselves. And without any further ado, we're going to jump right into it. So it starts off every time you get a chest. You get to pick out several pieces of gear. You get to fill out your character, and your weapon and your scrolls really dictate your attacks, while your items in your other slots govern your pluses and minuses and things like that. So pretty straightforward, pretty simple, pretty accessible for everything. There obviously will be some learning curves and some meta builds and some synergies between the various components and equipment. So we get to pick two of these, and we get to have some fun with it. I found out that you really do need to have some block available to you, because if you don't have some block, you're going to take some damage right on the chin, and if you really are anything like me, you don't like that. You don't like getting hit in the face. It just doesn't feel good. It doesn't make you feel happy. Let's see here. So prevents all damage for the next 2 turns. Let's do the mace, and let's do the hammer. Or the shield. Mace and shield. These are randomized. They're not the same every time. Rejuvenation is not a bad idea. Devil's Dance. Sacrifice 20. Ooh, that's a big... That's not bad, but that's also a lot of, like, you lose a lot of health just to ensure a win. And these two are the same thing. Oh, you take no damage, reducing all debuffs to 1. Okay, gotcha. They're not the same thing. Sorry. Reading is fun. Let's do Thorns. Let's do Rejuvenation. Let's get some equipment going. So there is a hammer here, and that does synergize with our mace that we have, so we might want to take that up and lean into a hammer build. I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah, let's do that. And then we don't have ice. Do we have ice? I think we have just the nature spell and the fire. No, 2 nature spells. These are spell powers. We could do that. That'd be fun. And this does give us strength for all physical attacks. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's pick that up. Let's see here. The shield power. Okay. Shadow or shield. Magic resist boots. These are not bad. These two would probably really work out well. Everybody in this game that I ran into is a caster of some sort, so having magic resist isn't terrible, and getting a shield wouldn't be terrible either. And then we get to pick a relic. Let's see here. If you have no block, gain block at the end of your turn. Okay, but how much block? It doesn't tell me how much block. Chill your opponent at the start of combat. Let's do the chill. That way we get some opening salvo damage. All right. And then this is a pick your own path kind of adventure where you can go through and everything you see here. Obviously, it makes sense to, pick the fights if you want to take fights. I don't know. The question marks are events. You don't know what they are. You have some elite fights with the skull here, and it does tell you what they are. So this is a sword and a nature guy. This is a dagger and a shield guy, and then you do have an end boss to go through and fight. You have shops here as well, and as equipment upgrades. I think my path forward for now is going to be going down here. That does give us the opportunity to get to a shop pretty early on, so let's go into it. Now, again, it's just very simple, straightforward. We have 4 energy. They replenish it at the end of each round. You can see what the enemies are going to do. He's going to do a debuff and a spell attack, and it looks like he's going to do defense. He looks like he has chilled because of our artifact that we have here right now, so we can do thorns, but it's not like it's going to work too terribly well on him. We have the ability to smash for 11 damage at 1 energy, block for 2, thorns for 2, and rejuvenate for 2. Okay. Well, he is not going to go this round as far as starts with 1 less energy. Oh, he is going to go this round. So it's chill doesn't really seem to have that big of an effect unless it stacks with something else. So we can attack twice and then block. We can do an attack twice and thorns. Let's see what happens there. Let's do attack twice and then let's thorns up and let's see what happens. Okay, so it doesn't look like he took any damage from that. Interesting. So he's got 11 shield. Shield does carry over. So he's going to go attack, debuff, attack, and debuff. What does the debuff do? Wounded, reduces healing. Okay, so that's not fun. I don't like that. That makes me sad. Let's take off his shield. He doesn't have thorns or anything. So if I just smash you this round, is that like the better thing to do? I mean, yeah, I took a little bit of damage, but then I'll cast Rejuvenate, and then I'll just smash you and we win, right? Critical hit, nice. And then he's gonna get cleansed because we're in the forest where, you know, evil things have happened. And we're gonna save him, and then we get some reward. We get some randomized reward. Nature and shadow, okay. We don't have shoulder pads right now, so that might lean into what we've got. And we do have gloves. These are not necessarily better. They give us 1 more HP. Gloves of thwacking. That's fun. And then we have nature and strength. We do have a helmet. What does the helmet do here? That's for hammer damage. I guess we'll do the shoulder pads. And let's do... I mean, this would be better because this is... Yeah. We would lose a little bit there. But this will give us better things overall for our hammer and stuff like that. Let's equip that guy. Alright, so we have that guy equipped. Right? Yep, we have that guy equipped. We took the shoulder pads, and we'll take the $3 and we'll go on to our next fight. We're going to go down here, and then we're going to go to the shop. What are you going to do? Attack and debuff, and we're back at full, which is great. Let me think here. Well, let's smack you twice, and then let's do rejuvenation. And we'll end our turn. I do like the tool tipping. The tool tipping in the game is pretty straightforward. You do see everything. Oh, good. They're going to physical attack. That means if we do our thorns, they're gonna get taken owie. But it looks like they also did an ice attack, which took off a energy from us, which is fine. A critical hit. Nice. Yep, so they're going to take a little bit of a hit. That rejuvenation coming in. Let's do another rejuvenation, and let's do a hit. Make sure we're keep that going, because that's going to keep us sustained. Alright, now they're physically going to attack us twice. So if I were to do this, and then... Yeah, the downside is the block doesn't fall off, which is not necessarily standard fare. So we've got to be making sure that we have some way of counteracting it. We're nearly at full, so I'm just going to actually... And we have 1 turn of thorns? Yeah, we have 1 turn of thorns, so I'm just going to full send it. Let's just take all this stuff off of him. There. Yeah, we get chilled this round. He's going to hit us. That's owie. That's fine. We're going to rejuvenate, and then we're going to smash him. And then that's going to be our turn, but we're going to get a little bit of recovery from the rejuvenate, I think, when it comes back to us. Yep. Nice. And then we'll be able to make it through, no problem, right here. Just smash him with a hammer. Then they're going to get cleansed. I like the helmet. And you will see all the equipment does get animated or does get placed on your character. So really fun addition right there. All right, let's see here. So we have Nature of Fire. That's not bad. Ice Scroll. We don't need anything else. This is just flat armor. What would we lose? Strength, Shield, Magic Resist. Yeah, I feel like this is level 2. This is level 2. This is level 2. 32 damage. That's not something I want to pass up. Do we have an ice thing going on? We do. We get more effect from our ice with this. So it'd be really hard to figure out which one to get rid of. I mean, we could swap out our shield yet again. And this is just flat spell power. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And then, just for argument's sake, let's take the magic barrier right there. We'll take the potion. Yep, drop that in our inventory. And then we'll take this. I hope I took that. I hope I took that. If I didn't take that, I'm going to be sad. I don't think I took that. Nope, I didn't take that. That's sad. I clicked on it. You saw me. You heard me click. That makes me sad. Everything's way more expensive than I expected anyway, so it's not like we could get anything to begin with. But we can sell. Let's see, can I drop an item? Sell. Right there. Okay, drag and drop. Got it. Okay, now I can afford things. Got it. Curse. Deal 15 damage, reduces healing. That's not bad. The mace is really where we're at right now. Ooh, boy. This thing. Those are the chances of what we get, it seems. Yeah, let's try it and see. Nope, never mind. That's exactly what we got. Right there. Nice. Deal 52 physical damage. Increases target damage received by 20%. And it's a nature thing, so it leans into our thorns if they take thorns damage. If I sell this... Oh, if only I had picked up the gold, I would have been able to get something else. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I will sell this, though, because I don't see myself using that again. And we will leave. We'll go on to the next. Unknown event. What's this? A new foe has appeared. Oh, he gets to go first? That's not cool. We're at 300 health, though. That's a lot. Let's see here. So, oh, it did put ice barrier. Thorns. Okay. Let's do thorns. And... oh, our attack is now 3. That makes a lot of sense. So we need to probably swap out something so that we can actually do some damage. I mean, we do have this. So that'll give us some pretty good block. Yeah, does it differentiate? It doesn't look like block is block. It's not magic block and it's not physical block or ice block or fire block. Just block is block. Looks like this guy's got 2 shields on. So that's fun. They're going to cast a spell, or they're going to buff themselves. Okay, so one of the things you can do inside here is you can actually swap weapons if you wanted to. The challenge with that being you lose an energy if you do that. Okay? Just letting you know. Like, you can swap weapons real time if you need to. Let's pummel. Yep, 53 damage. Smashed him with a hammer. And the energy doesn't carry over. You can't save energy for the next round. So this is definitely something where we got to think about what we can do to... yeah, they have thorns and they're exposed. We're going to end our turn. We're basically... yeah, I think that we need to lean into... yeah, we need to get probably the rejuvenation back. That's probably the better play for us. I can't swap it now. I have to kind of full send it because we're at 3 energy because of the chill. But we are winning in the war of attrition. And this should finish him off. Nice. Okay, so hopefully we get something good from it. Mr. Double Shield Bearer. I don't like how the eye slits are a little off center. It's all good though. Level 4. Oh, wow. Nature and crit. So that might be the better one. This is nature and ice, which definitely plays into what we currently have kind of going. That's 2 energy though. Let me think here. This is shield life, etc. We don't have any legs though, and there's no legs here. That's a bit unfortunate. Yeah, I think that this is probably the better one to get for us. Even though we kind of are leaning on the hammer. We lose a little bit of potency with the hammer. We lose 2 potency. But we gain nature, which is our thorns. Maybe. Yeah, this is always what ends up happening. Well, I mean, this is an improvement to thorns, right? It's level 2. So yeah, this is like a no-brainer. Take that one. And then, honestly, let's just take the shield. Because I like everything else I have. Yep, right there. Alright, so this is Ice Barrier. That's my level 1 Thorns. There it is. Okay, right there. So we have Thorns there. We have Thorns there. This is 2 energy, so I'm going to move this guy down. We have Rejuvenate, and we have Ice Barrier. Or Ice... yeah, Ice Barrier. Let's do Rejuvenate instead, and let's take the gold. Make sure we get it this time. Don't click too fast. Lesson learned there. Now we can take an elite fight and see what happens. Dueling a powerful adventurer specializing in nature and swords will defeat and reward with a relic. Oh, you look so cool. I'm not nearly as cool. Oh, darn it. Now I'm sad. Now I'm sad. Alright, so this is 3 and 2. Let's... It doesn't tell me how much they're actually going to do damage-wise. And I don't have a single energy ability. That's a bit unfortunate. I guess let's just smack him. Smack him end turn. No point in him and hawing about what is, what was, and what can be. Alright, so now we're going to do... They're going to heal. They are going to heal. Let's rejuvenate. And let's thorns. So I could probably do rejuvenate and thorns and have a way of winning that way. Like if I do rejuvenate and thorns again. 63, 63. I don't think that's gonna... This is a war of attrition that don't think I'm gonna win. I just want to see. I want to learn. Let me learn. Alright, so they're healing. Nice, awesome. Keep on going. I want to try this tactic just to see what happens. See if you can stack rejuvenate to try and circumvent anything. And it definitely does look like you get a lot of bonuses. Up to 6 for the next 6 turns, so it's 12. So we're definitely not winning. It doesn't seem to stack in a way that makes the most sense to me. So 31. Yeah, so it's not increasing the power of the spell. It's increasing the longevity of the spell. Got it. Okay, so they're really leaning into this. Alright, so I'm just going to smash you. And then I'll end my turn. And Thorns does not seem to affect spell casting. Yeah, it's only physical attacks that they get hit with Thorns. Noted. And I don't have a heal. I have no way of countering this. I mean, just smack him with a hammer. Smack him with a hammer, straightforward. So we tried to do the rejuvenation route, and it looks like we're going to lose. Darn it. Alright, well, lesson learned. I thought we were getting stronger with rejuvenation increasing its potency, but evidently not. But this was Shadows of Wyrmwood, a demo that was sent over to me during the Steam Next Fest, beginning of the year. And I wanted to cover the games. We're doing a special series this week for the Session Gameplay series on the Busy Gamer Dad channel, where we take a look at these demos that I was sent over and I didn't have a chance to cover during the Steam Next Fest. Like, comment, subscribe if you feel so inclined, and thank you regardless for taking time out of your busy schedule to take a look at this game with me. Later.